We're blessed that we have so many people in our state that care, and that's really, we talk about a lot of bad because we want to warn people, but there's so much good that happens here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at our great school teachers, look at our great education system, look at what we've got here, look at our beautiful beaches, look at our families that are moving here, the jobs that are coming here. I mean, Florida is the greatest state in the entire country, and I will debate anyone on that for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I love Florida. I'm born and raised here, and and there's so much good.
Speaking of those assets, I do want to shift gears a little bit before we have our closing remarks and talk about the BP oil spill.
Yes.
Over $18 billion BP did, in fact, pay out. We've heard them chirping a little bit, saying, hey, can we get back into the Gulf and start that drilling again? What exactly is happening right now when it comes to the BP oil spill? Are there scams involved, and what are the next steps moving forward?
Well, I'm really, really proud of the settlement that we did with BP. And that was a long time coming. And, it's interesting because people thought you can litigate something. I know as a career prosecutor, we could have been in litigation with BP, and I'll give BP credit on this. We could have been in litigation with them for the next 25 years.
Right.
And Florida would have never seen a penny of that money. But for Florida, we're a tourism state, period. Yeah. And for Florida's economic losses, I was able to obtain $2 billion. I can't even say that out loud because I still can't believe that we were able to do that. We deserved it. And that's going to affect our branding and everything we do. We can do so much with that money to help the environment, bridges and parks and beaches and everything to make our state even more beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's actually one of my proudest moments.
Can you take me inside the negotiation process there?
No.
So is it something straight out of the movies where they wrote a figure down on a paper and slid it over a table and you looked at it and shook your head? No.
I can a little bit because we had a judge who's a little fireball out in New Orleans, and I'll tell you what, she had a gag order on us. I could not even tell my top antitrust lawyers, who obviously are the experts in this field.
Yes.
I had to go get a court order
to do that,
to tell my top attorneys.
Wow.
Ultimately, that's why this worked.
Yeah.
Because once someone starts leaking settlement negotiations, they fall apart.
Yeah.
So we had the Justice Department involved.
Okay.
You had all the Gulf states, and so it was kept to a very, very small circle of people. Mm-hmm. But not being able to talk about that, but just smiling, thinking that we really didn't believe that it would actually all come together with that amount of money.
But that's also a short period of time for something of that magnitude.
Well, a lot of it was a lot of work went into it. I'll tell you what.
When you saw the figure on a piece of paper, what is that, a 2 and what, 9 zeros behind it? You're looking at that and you were saying.
I didn't think my calculator went that high at first because we were trying to, it really was. We were dividing stuff up, and I was thinking I didn't know my iPhone calculator went that high, but no. Mm-hmm. It's great for our state. It's great for the Gulf states. Louisiana got more in environmental damages, as they should. Their marshes were pretty much wiped out. But we're a tourism state, and the economic loss to our state was devastating.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of hardcore negotiations, and it was all worthwhile. And I'm extremely proud. And I'm proud of BP for stepping up to the plate and not tying us up in litigation. They want to remain solvent, obviously, but yeah, and hopefully it's going to do a lot of good for the state of Florida, and that's what we care about because we love our beautiful state and we love our beautiful beaches.
So real quick, what does it mean moving forward for BP specifically or other companies when it comes to drilling off the coast of Florida? Will there be any rules put in place, any laws, anything of that nature?
Yeah, and that's not up to me. I mean, there are a lot of federal agencies, obviously, that regulate that. You have to remember, I'm a member of the executive branch, not the legislative branch. And my job is to defend the laws of the state of Florida, to defend the Constitution, to represent the governor, to represent the Senate, to represent the House. I'm the state's lawyer, and that's what I do. But yeah, a lot of the federal government's involved in that. We work great with Department of Environmental Protection. We're always fighting the EPA, as you know, about federal overreach. We all want clean drinking water in our state. And we want clean air, of course, but let us manage our own house. And that's very important as well.
Goodness gracious. You know, I was just sitting there thinking, knowing you all of your adult life and some of your children's life, your father would be so proud of you.
Thank you.
He really would.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
For everything you're doing and continue to do.
Thank you.
The average person doesn't realize that what you're doing never stops.
Thank you.
Things hurt you.
Thanks,
And
man.
you really have feeling and you have a heart. And it's wonderful to have an Attorney General of this great state that feels that way and gives it everything she's got. We love you, babies. Thank you for being with us.
I love you, too. And we
you.
miss my dad every day. And Swan Pond that Brian Funk and a lot of other great folks, Norma Jean Likes, put together.
Right.
There's a bench dedicated to my dad, and I love to go sit on that and think about him.
Keep doing a good job because we all benefit from what you do, honey.
Florida's Attorney General Pam Bondi, thank you again.